Hello, 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 everybody. Come on in, come on in. Hello, hello, hello. What's happening, everybody? How's it going? Happy hump day. We're halfway through the week. Woohoo! How about that? Let's see who all we got coming in. Hello, Miss Kimberly. Hello, Becky. Good afternoon, Tina. Good afternoon, Miss Cindy. Hello, Maureen. Hello, Miss Beth. Woo! Hello, Sabrina. Thank you for those 200 stars. Woo woo! Thank you for the stars. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for sprinkling, Miss Becky. Howdy, Evelyn. Hello, Lorraine. Hello, Kendra. Good afternoon, Kim. Hello, Sabrina. Thank you, Cindy, for sprinkling the charms. Hello, Miss Susan. I'm great, Miss Pam. How are you doing? Hello, Faye. Hello, hello, Kim. Welcome, welcome. Did you get to feeling any better? How'd the doctor's appointment go, Miss Kim? Hello, Susan. Hello, Miss Dorothy. Hello, Miss Nancy. Hey, Pam. Look, Michelle's on time. Woo woo. How's it going, Michelle? Good afternoon, Miss Rhonda. Happy hump day, Miss Kimberly. Pam's good, yay. Good afternoon, Miss Sharon. Hello, Beverly. Come on in, everybody. Grab you a drink, pull up a chair, and have a seat. Let's chat. What's going on? Are we frozen? Or is it just me? Are y'all frozen? It looks like I may be frozen. Hello, Miss Lisa. Hello, Mia. Yay, Beverly got her easy tails. Woo woo. Thank you, Miss Kimberly, for the 200 stars. Mia is stuck at work. Oh, so sorry, Miss Mia. That's no good. Hopefully you're having an easy day. Thank you, Miss Kimberly, for the 200 stars. Thank you, Sherry, for the 200 stars. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for the stars. Hello, Gloria. Hello, Lynn. Awesome, Miss Kimberly. So glad to hear that. Let's see. Hang on a second. I'm going to have to exit out because I seem to be frozen. Now let's try this again. Try one more time. Maybe we're not still frozen. Nope. Still frozen. When I back out, it's not frozen, but when I go in, I'm frozen. There we go. Now it looks like it's working. And comments aren't scrolling. Why is it not my day for technology? Becky's not frozen. That's good. Maybe it's just frozen on my end. And I've seen that comment, so hopefully they'll start working. Say hello. Let me see if my comments are working. Say hello, hello, hello. There's Jeannie from Ohio. Welcome, Miss Jeannie. These stickers don't want to come off. Thank you, my son. I guess it was just frozen on my end. Yes, we're going to do a 14-inch, Evelyn. We're going to do a pancake wreath today. You can't really do those on an 18-inch. It looks, I guess you could, but it looks funny. Hello, Elda. Thank you, Kimberly. All right. I guess it was just me. Have y'all ever seen or done, not seen, but done a pancake wreath? Well, as long as it's on my end, I guess that's okay, right? And then nobody else has to worry about it. I fixed it. We're good. Hello, Miss Georgie Lee. Yes, Jeannie's done a pancake wreath. Awesome. What is pancake? It's a nice flat wreath, Miss Michelle, that is designed to go between doors when you have a storm door and a regular door, so it's nice and thin. I only used one roll of mesh. We're doing flip-flops, Gloria. Yay, Timona. Hello, Darlene. Hello, Virgie. Hello, hello, LaDonna. Hello, Sharon. Thank you, Gloria. Hello, Miss Beth. Can't find my... Why is it I can never find anything I want when I want it? We can just maybe leave this on here. Ugh. Thank you, LaDonna, for sprinkling the charms. Hello, Diane. Hey, Katrina. You have seen but never done one. Awesome. This is the side. Life is better in the flip-flops. You have, but you try to make your pretty thin on a regular basis. Gotcha, Miss Kim. And then we're going to use this turquoise chevron with some our flip-flops ribbon. So we're going to use those ribbon and our wide foil Deco Mesh. So it should give us pretty good coverage. Hello, Faye. Yes, still summer. You know, when it's 100 degrees outside, it's still summer. I am not ready. I do, Miss Beth. I need a razor blade or something. It's going to be sticky. I may have to give up on it here in a second. Because nothing wants to work, right? Good afternoon, Miss Brenda. Me too, Miss Cindy. Me too. In more ways than one. Thank you, Miss Gloria. You can get them at thewreathshop.com or craftoutlet.com. It's another one of the MDF boards. So you make sure you seal it, protect it, or some way before you ship it off. Otherwise it will warp and all that good stuff in the sun. Yep, a 14-inch, Miss Lorraine. Gloria, you 3. Woo! Hello, Gracie. Lorraine, thank you for the 100 stars. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for the stars. Hello, Andrea. How's it going? I'm about to give up on it. I just keep playing with it and playing with it. I'll get it here eventually. So what's everybody doing? How's it going? What you been doing? What are we working on? All that fun stuff. While I play with the stupid sticker. I use Rust-Oleum 2 times clear gloss spray, Gloria. Hello, Stacy. The last routine seems like most people have the storm doors. There you go. This is another way to do a thin one. The petals are pretty thin too, so those are good ones for thinner. But this one is just Deco Mesh and ribbons. They don't have all that fancy stuff the petals have in it. I'm about done with this. Since joining your wonderful group, it gets me going. Yay, Brenda. Howdy, Miss Tamika. How's my friend doing? Hadn't heard from you in a couple of days. You doing okay? Cleaning house. You want to come clean mine, Lorraine? I just look at it and say, I'll go make a wreath. Who else does that? Says, yeah, we're good. We'll just make a wreath instead of cleaning house. I do that way too many times. Hello, Shalon. Welcome in. What I use to spray mine, it is Rust-Oleum matte spray, 2 times gloss. It is UV protected, and it helps with yellowing. Yes, Miss Beverly, send the rain. My poor grass is so dry. You can't afford to water the grass. Well, everything else you're having to pay for these days. The grass just keeps getting drier and drier. Hello, Miss Gracie. You're working on a bee wreath tray. Awesome. Ugh. I'm about to get so aggravating. I'll get it off here in a minute. I just gotta move on to something else. So we're back to the sticker. I'm good, Miss Tamika. I sprayed on the Signs Marine and on my wreaths. It helps keep from the color fading a little bit longer. Nothing's gonna forever keep them protected from the sun, especially, you know, this nice scorching Texas sun that we have. So they will fade eventually, but at least that gives it a little extra life if you spray a little sealant protectant on it. Now you have to work when I would rather be home wreathing, right? I have a hair dryer, LaDonna. No heat gun, but I do have a hair dryer. I got it off good enough. And now them staples can just stay. I'm done. I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. Hello, Annie. Put you in the corner already, huh? You just got out of the pool. Yeah, you can go to the corner. Just go on, Miss Annie. Hello, Big Daddy. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for the stars. So we're going to use our E6000 and put our cable mounts on our sign. Don't have to rough it up because this is wood. So it's already a rough surface, so they will adhere pretty well, so you don't have to do that step. Hello, Miss Sherry. How you been? Hello, Miss Pam. Now, that would have been an easy way to do it, LaDonna, but, you know, we can't do easy. Can I put the sealant in the comments? Yep. It is. You get the, ooh, Star Party's activated. Ms. Rhonda, that's oitc.shop, and I don't think they have any available at this moment. Hello, Miss Kathy. Thank you, Diane, for the 200 stars. Thank you for the stars. Thank you for the stars. Rust-Oleum. Thank you, Big Daddy. Thank you, Lorraine, for the 50 stars. 2 times ultra coverage. Matte clear. Thank you, Carol, for the 100 stars. Hello, Miss Ruth. We are using our 1 by 1 inch cable mounts. They are made by 3M. I get them at Amazon. Thank you, Big Daddy. Thank you, Sherry, for the 50 stars. Thank you, Miss Kathy, for the 50 stars. It does have a paper that covers the adhesive on the back. But we just take all that adhesive right off and then glue that plastic right down into the glue. Hello, Miss Jessica. That adhesive likes to let go sometimes in the hot sun too. You're welcome, Gloria. You're welcome, Rhonda. I think she said, Miss Tina over at oitc.shop or out in the country said that next week they'll put the burner boards back on sale. If I'm not mistaken, that's what she said this morning. Thank you, Miss Kim, for the 100 stars. Thank you for the stars. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are so awesome. Thank you, Miss Cindy, for the 100 stars. Ooh, you almost got the star party going. Almost completed. Y'all rock. Y'all rock. So, Miss Annie, about that pool you got, How big a pool you got? Please tell me it's just a little kiddie pool so I can't have to be jealous. Do I always use 10-inch mist? Not always, Miss Gloria. Yesterday I used 21-inch. Hello, Miss Nancy. Thank you, Big Daddy, for 50 more stars. Oh, no, Stacy. That's not good. For those that are just stopping in, we're using this sign. And ours are Life is Better in Flip-Flops. Yay, star party achieved. Thank you, Miss Cindy. You completed that star party. Y'all are all awesome. Thank you so very much. You do not know how much I appreciate that. So we're using our 14-inch frame. And it is a Dollar Tree frame. And we're going to do six ties on the out and 6 ties on the end, so 12 altogether. Aren't they awesome, Big Daddy? They are awesome. Hello, Karen. Welcome in. Y'all rock. So on the outside, we're going to wrap it with the outside and the second part. You're not that late, Miss Judy. We're just fixing to get started. So we're going to do Life is Better in Flip-Flops. All right, Big Daddy, we'll see you at 3 o'clock at break time. And we're going to do 12 Chanel stems, 6 on the outside, 6 on the inside. Me too, Jessica. I would love to have a pool. You have a 25-gallon fiberglass pool. We just turn. I said you're supposed to tell me you had a kiddie pool. Not that you had this big old glorious pool. So we're going to wrap that around the 2 outside. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Hello, Francis from South Carolina. Welcome, welcome. We appreciate you being here. What happens when I get a star party done? That makes Facebook send me bonus money, Miss Linda. When you ladies and gentlemen complete a star party, I get a bonus from Facebook and they have to pay me money. How about that? I have, Miss Jan. I do have a replay on the fireman that I did, and if you like watching Miss Tina over at Out in the Country, she is going to do a fireman on Friday, I believe. So we're just doing 1 tie on each bracket on the outside, and then we'll do 1 tie in the middle on the inside. So we do firemen, policemen, military. I support all them lovely. Yes, Cindy, thank you for the stars. Thank you for the stars. Always tell hubby if we win the lottery, I'm getting $1 million in pool. I'm with you, Miss Stacy. I am with you. So that's our 6 on the outside, which is just 1 at every bracket. And now we've got 6 sections, so we're just going to put 1 right in the middle of each section. Yeah, I will definitely have a house with a insane, you know, you've seen that in insane pools or whatever on TV. When I had them come do me a pool. So the inside are going on the 2 inside wires. And we're pulling slightly but tightly. It does indent the frame a little bit, but that's okay because that means your Chanel stem's not going anywhere. Excuse me. I go to oitc.shop, Miss Dorothy, and the raffle is on that side. So let me put that in there for you. That's oitc.shop. And just type in raffle and you'll be able to get into her raffle. Your son's birthday's this weekend. He's a volunteer fireman. Oh, that's awesome. You are so welcome, and tell him thank you for his service. We love those first responders. I'm a big, big supporter of EMS, firemen, policemen, military. Hello, Miss Nancy. Really? You have a nice big one, 46 foot? You can just go to the cool corner now, Miss Nancy. You want to brag on your pool, just go to the cool corner. Hello, Miss Janice. Christina, how's it going? Hello, Janet. Yes, ma'am, Miss Nancy. Please pray for my grandson. He goes, oh, no, Miss Kathy. Absolutely. If you believe in the power of prayer and good thoughts, please keep Miss Kathy's grandson in your prayers. He needs all the support he can get. Hey, Miss Jennifer. We're a 14-inch frame. I bet you are, Miss Jen. You're welcome, Dorothy. You did a navy. Awesome, Miss Ruth. That's what I'm working on today. I'm making 2 of those. I'm retired and we take our 5 grandkids to the pool. Awesome, Miss Carol. How many pipe cleaners would I use on an 8-inch ring? Miss Pam, you got jokes today. Not many. Probably not more than 4 or 8. Like 4 on the outside, 4 on the inside. Thank you, Miss Lisa, for sprinkling the charms. You have to type it into your actual, don't type it into Google's search bar because it won't bring it up. You have to actually type it into your, whatever other bar that is up top where you actually put the website in, and do oitc.shop in there. What is his name? What's his name, Miss Kathy? Hello, Miss Tanya. A large 46. Oh. Answers for chocolate. Yeah, you're going to make me look it up so I can get chocolate, ain't you, Miss Pam? Okay, let me see. Can I find my 8-inch frame? That's always the good question. Is where's the frame at? I had it. You know, I always have it. But what I do with it is I tried to clean up a little bit. I found it. So I would do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So either 6 or 8, depending on how full you want it, Miss Pam. So either 6, 3 on the outside, 3 on the inside, or 4 on the outside, 4 on the inside. It jumped into your buggy at Dollar Tree. Oh, I'm sorry, it just jumped right in there. I hate when that happens. Good morning, Miss Dawn. His name is Benjamin, Linda. Thank you, Linda, for sprinkling the charms. I'm great, Miss Rosie. How are you doing? No, Miss Carol. I don't share my chocolate. Sorry. Love you. But I don't share my chocolate. Especially those chocolates. Those are pretty yummy chocolates. So here's our frame set up. 6 on the outside, 6 on the inside. Wrapping the 2 outer on the outside, the 2 inner on the inside, with our knuckles being on the inside wires. So we've got that done. So now we're going to cut 20 inches of our mesh. That was your excuse? That was a good excuse, Pam. And we're just using the Deco Poly Mesh, which is 10 inch by 10 yards. Hey, Rosie. And this is with the wide foil. So we're going to need 12 cuts. See? Told you I was working on navy. You made an 8-inch yesterday and used 6 ties. There you go, Miss Pam. Miss Dawn did 6. It's so puffy and cute. I bet it is. I bet it's just so little and tiny. Those little mini ones. Pixie Reed, I think they call them. It matches my blue and my sign perfectly. Look at this. Is that not going to be cute with that? Let's make her end even. You know, I'm gun shy about making that end even now. Doing that, I've cut my finger twice. So I'm a little gun shy about that now. So we need 20 inches and we need 12 of them. So if I drove all the way to Texas to visit, I guess I would, Miss Stacy. If you made the effort and drove all the way to Texas, I would share my chocolate. How long did you cut your mesh on the 8-inch, Miss Dawn? Dorothy, search drawing in the search bar. Miss Kim says to search drawing. It's a 14-inch, Tamika. Hello, Miss Jo. Do I still charge $75? No, not for my 14-inch. Usually only $50. And that depends on if I use 2 mesh or not. So, like this one will be $40 because I'm only using 1 mesh. Thank you, Rosie. I haven't gone to the Portuguese school. That is quite all right, Miss Christina. Thank you for thinking about him, though. It will be a great surprise because I bet he's probably already forgot. Okay, thanks, Miss Dawn. You're welcome, Tamika. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have, Miss Jo. Miss Tina did one of those not too long ago. They looked really, really complicated. But they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I saw one that looked like a patriotic flower. It was gorgeous. And then I saw one that was purple and white, I think. It was beautiful. Those roses are absolutely beautiful. Michelle's done roses. Haven't you, Michelle? Michelle's done the rose. She did a beautiful, beautiful job. I'm great, Miss Janice. How are you doing? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. See, I have to count when I do something other than my normal. And it's a convenient holder. It's always right here. You ain't got to use nothing special to hold your mesh. All right. So if you've ever watched Sincerely Creative Mom, Melly Mel, this is her specialty. I've learned this from watching her many, many times. And she's the one, I think she's the one that invented this method, this wreath, for the same reason. Hello, Miss Joni. 20 inches, Miss Brenda. Yep, Michelle. I thought so. Michelle's made the roses. Hey, 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 Miss Joni. Hello, Kathy. Oh, good, Miss Christina. We're going to do a pancake wreath, Janice. So we're going to take our first piece of mesh. We're going to turn it over for curls down. Let's get out our easy tails because we're going to need it. So we can get it to hold down our mesh. Works great, doesn't it, Christina? So we're just going to do the simple ruffle. So we're just going to ruffle this right straight up off the middle. we're going to push with our thumb, pull with our fingers, and just ruffle this right straight up. A sincerely creative mom, Carol. It says custom drawing. Yes, that's the drawing. You get to customize your own sign and ribbons. And I think it's don't quote me, but I think it's a wreath kit, and you customize the sign and the ribbons that go with it. All right, so once you ruffle it and put it into your tie, then we're gonna take, since I'm right-handed, that's my dominant, so that's the way I'm going to choose to pull this one over my left, and we're going to overlap, okay? And then we're going to fold these ruffles back down into our frame. And again, on the bottom, we're going to overlap, right over left, fold them back down. It's nice and flat, and it looks like a pancake. You're welcome, Miss Carol. Yep, that's it. Is Miss Tina here? She was playing with the grandbaby today, so I don't know if she's here. She may not be on. Hello, Miss Jen. Thank you for sprinkling the charms. So that's the pancake. And we will do the outside, and then we will do the inside, but we will totally complete the outside, meaning we'll put the ribbons and all in there before we move on to the inside. So this is curls down, okay? So your natural curl is down. We're ruffling this. Find you a center line to follow. Either look through to your cutting mat, or just eyeball your center line and just make sure you scrunch right up the middle. No, they do not make you pay shipping for anything they raffle off, ever. Ever. So we're going to put this right into our chenille stem, and we're going to give it a good twist. Okay? And then we're going to take our right ends over our left ends, crossing over, folding it right back down onto itself. Okay? And again, right over left, folding it down so it lays down flat. Pancake. Oh, thank you, Miss Grace. If y'all have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I absolutely welcome any and all questions. You are so more than welcome. 19 inches because I used one row from Michael's, which is only 19 feet. Gotcha. So on the 8-inch, Miss Dawn used 19 inches of her mesh. That's all right, Miss Jen. We're just getting started, so you're not late. I should be here, Miss Carol, unless something comes up between now and then. I will be here on Monday. So go slow. We're just scrunching it right up the middle. So the plan is to be here for the holiday. Open our chenille stem. I'm going to put that right into our chenille stem. Twist it a couple of times. Pull the right over the left. Cross it over. Fold it back. Right over left. Crossing it over and folding it back. Flat pancake. Flat pancake. I had to learn to make the pancake wreath because my mama has the 2 doors. So she can't have my big puffy wreath, fluffy wreath, puffy wreath, whatever you want to call it, on her front door because she has the 2 doors unless she hangs it on the outside of her glass. So she just hangs it in the middle of her wall on the outside of the house now, and then I put a pancake in the middle of her front door. Yay! Hey, Patricia. I'm glad I get to show you something different. So if we've got anybody new here, my name is Mindy, and I am located in Halton City, which is right outside of Fort Worth. And we do go live here Monday through Thursday at 1:30 Central Standard Time. And we do our Friday night live at 8 p.m. on Friday nights. I like when I can show you something different. That's what it's like in Michigan. You gotta have something that hangs between the doors. They do, Miss Brenda. But my hands constantly ache because I'm constantly doing them. And then I think the old items is sitting in on them too. So they get even achier some days. No, I have absolutely no nails, Miss Kathy. I tried in the beginning to keep my nails nice and pretty. And I always glued them. Hello, Miss Shannon. So, since I always glued them and messed them up anyways, there was no need to keep getting them done. Because I'm just going to pay to have them messed up. Have I ever Mod Podged? No, ma'am. Awesome, Miss Dorothy. On the 16-inch that I did, Miss Linda, I put 18 ties on it. The same as I do my 18-inch. I did them every 5 inches. You're welcome, Miss Linda. So if you're new here, say hello and let us know that you're new and watching. We'd love to tell you hello and give you our great big Texas howdy. We'd love to meet new people. And I think it's fun to see where everybody's watching from. And how many neighbors we can find that are also into our craft. I have found quite a few neighbors. Miss Connie, Miss Pam, Miss Wendy, Miss Charlotte's in North Texas. We have lots of ladies right here in Texas. Hello, Sheila. Hello, Michelle. Where'd I get the mesh holder, Miss Mary? Oh, from Amazon. Hello, Miss Kay. 20 inches. 20 inches. Okay. So now we're going to stop. We've got all our mesh on the outside. So we're going to stop and put our ribbons on. So let's go ahead and cut our ribbons. We're going to do 12 of each ribbon. We're going to do 2 per Chanel stem. So that's 12 of each. We're going to cut them at 13 inches using our Easy Tails from Out in the Country, blanksomewhere.com. Hello, Linda from Vermont. Welcome, welcome. Carolina. Hello, Lisa. Mary's in Georgia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pull up a chair and grab a drink, Miss Kim, and sit down and have a chat with us. I don't think I'm on Wi-Fi. That may be my issue. If it pauses, give it 2 seconds. All right, let's try that now. Let's put it on Wi-Fi for the house. I turned it off when I was driving to get my son earlier. because I was trying to watch Miss Tina's live and it would cut out. So I turned it off and I forgot to turn it back on. Hopefully that will work better now. Sorry, ladies. Tina, you're late. You're late for a very important date. Yes, Michelle. Absolutely. Hello, Miss Jacqueline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, thank you, Miss Jacqueline, for those kind words. I really do appreciate that. Well, I'm glad you told me, because you know what? I completely forgot that I did that. I mean, completely forgot I'd done that. Sorry, ladies. Sorry. Did you get your baby loving, Miss Tina? The pancake is a game changer. Yes, Miss Peggy. Thanks, Rosie. Thank you, Miss Linda. Well, since you're ish, you should have been here like at 1:40. That would have been your ish, but 45 minutes, that's late. Sorry, that's late. You're late. We're gonna go ahead and dovetail these ribbons. And we're just gonna fold them in half, meeting the wires. And then we're gonna cut from the wires to the fold in a 45-degree angle and make our cute little dovetail. I'm sorry, Miss Carol. Hopefully it's fixed now. I put it on Wi-Fi. See? The blue ribbon came from a de-stash that I got. And it says Reliant Ribbon, so I have no clue where it came from. It does have any numbers. It's not an RG ribbon. It's 1.5 inch by 25 yards. I can give you the number if you want to look it up on Google and see if you can find it. Good afternoon, Miss Lisa. You was painting and getting, I hope you weren't painting, Mr. Carter. 90823W dash 913 dash 09J. That is the number for the blue chevron. You may could be able to put that into Google and pull it up if it's sold somewhere. Haven't you learned by now? Tina will always be late. Yes, I have, Miss Jen. Reliant ribbon can be purchased from Deco Exchange. There you go, Deco Exchange. Try them, Miss Rosie. What's your affiliate, Miss Tina? Because I know you just had that. You're painting a pig? Well, okay, just don't be painting Mr. Carter. Where did I get the Easy Tails? That is from outinthecountry.blanksandmore.com. And you can use discount code CHARMS, CHARMS. And let me put that in there. Out in the country. Because it is a long one. Blanks and more. Oh, Miss Jen hit me. Thank you, Miss Jen. She beat me to it. And the discount code is CHARMS, CHARMS. And that will save you 15% off anything that's on her site. which you can do the easy tail boards, which is the 13-inch board. They also come in sizes from a 6-inch to a 14-inch and all sizes in between, except a 7-inch, unless you're special, in which I'm not special enough to get a 7-inch. Just saying, Miss Tina. Just saying. But you can buy them in the most popular bundle, which will give you a little discount. You can buy a whole set. You can buy them individually. Thank you, Miss Beth. And I need you ladies to do me a favor. We need to go subscribe to Miss Tina's YouTube channel. She did a butterfly with the lolly petal this morning, and she is going to put that on YouTube. It was absolutely amazing. She did such a wonderful job. So let's go subscribe to her YouTube channel, and let's get her to 200 subscribers. Not yet. We're going to go when Big Daddy gets off work. But I have downloaded my coupon, Miss Connie. And Miss Connie, thank you. The boys had their drink packets at lunch today. So Big Daddy had one to refresh him before he went back to work, and Matthew had one after football. That was so very sweet of you to send that to them. Thank you so much. She did an awesome job, didn't she, Carol? For the first time ever doing it, I thought it was absolutely amazing. They were both like, definitely doesn't taste like Gatorade. They tried the berry one first. I don't think they were sold on the berry, but they'll try the other two flavors. You got to see her live. Yay! Was that not adorable, Dawn? I thought she did an awesome job. First time ever. She's not one to make those flowers. So with that petal, that was amazing. She did an awesome job. Y'all can go watch that replay at Out in the Country. She did the lolly petal as a butterfly using 2 Dollar Tree heart frames. Yes, Kroger. Hey, Michelle, you got briskets on for $1.97 a pound with the coupon. So, we have to go visit Kroger's, you know. So now we're going to go ahead and put our Seriously, Connie? You got a brisket for $2? How? Please tell me how you did that. I need your luck, dear. And so we're going to fold these in half, and we're going to scrunch it right up the middle. And then we're going to put it right into our chenille stem. And we're going to make sure that we want our flip-flops to go that way. Okay. You have to watch your one directional ribbon and make sure your pattern goes the same way. So we're going to twist that a good 3 or 4 times. And then we're going to go ahead and cut the chenille stem off. And then we're going to bend that back into and go ahead and spread our ribbons, alternating between the chevron and the pattern. So it's like a V shape sticking out, because we're going to cover this part back here and only the ribbons are going to poke out. So that's why we're going to go ahead and put the ribbons on right now. They're Out in the Country on YouTube. I didn't know that's what it rang up. Now, how'd you figure out it ran up with $2? She did awesome for her first time, Michelle. I was so proud of her. Yes, you can say that. See, I had 13 years with them, so I can say that too. Nope, you don't need the 21-inch. Absolutely not. You have to get it in their app, Dorothy. Download the Kroger app onto your phone. And then you just go to the digital coupons and it'll show you what's needed for this week's ad. There's lots of coupons for this week's ad. We're going to scrunch that. We're making our little bow tie. We're going to bend it down like a V because they're going to stick out this way. And we're going to put that right into our chenille stem. Nope, no tubing today. Is it still freezing? Am I still freezing up, ladies? No tubing, no glitter balls today. Just gonna pull that right back down into there. And my chevron's on the outside, so I'm gonna make my flip-flops. Be the next one that comes out, so they're not, I don't have flip-flop next to flip-flop. Not here, no. Okay. Dorothy, it may just be you. You may need to go out and come back in. We're making a pancake wreath, Miss Rhonda. So bend that to a V. And put that right into our chenille stem. As I said, I twist, twist, twist a bunch of times. Judy says it's freezing. Beth says it's good. Judy, go out and come back in and see if that works better for you. Flip-flops, Miss Lisa. We're using this sign. Life is better in flip-flops. You did download the app, then type in the search bar digital coupons, Miss Dorothy. That's where I found mine. You have the digital coupons for the fuel points, and then it was like the Dr. Pepper and then the brisket and the ribs. They do have ribs too. Did you get you some ribs, Miss Connie? All right, so we want to make sure that our, you save it. It's called Clip It. It rang up $2 because they coded it wrong. I worked at a grocery store one time. They mismarked fillets. I was selling them for like $1 or $2 regular price. Dang, Nancy. I need those kinds of deals. All right, Miss Grace. Me too, Miss Lords. All the time. Okay, so we want to make sure that our flip-flop ribbon is going to continue to go the same way. So I've done these first 3. So this time I'm going to flip it over so that when I do my V's, then my flip-flops are still going to continue going the same way. Oh, awesome. You need to make your wreath like this, Miss Linda. It'll be matching your doormat. I throw them away, Joe. I don't keep them. I just throw them away. Craft Outlet or ReeseShop.com, Lords. Welcome back, Miss Nancy. Good evening, Miss Sharon. Not this trip. It'll go again on Friday. Right? I agree. I got it from the D-Stash in Miss Linda, but you can get it from either Craft Outlet or the reshop.com. Either one of those carry it. Let me put this way to watch and see which way. Hello, Danilyn. Thank you, Miss Beth. And I do have an affiliate link for the reshop.com. Would absolutely love for you ladies to use it if you like shopping there, and let them know that I sent you in. And I do get little bonuses. Well, where were you, Miss Robin? Thank you, Miss Linda. It's definitely something different. Thank you, Miss Beth, for putting the affiliate link up there. Miss Beth, you're awesome. I appreciate you so much. No, sir, we cannot. One per live. You're going to go work on this pattern that Miss Tina worked on this morning. Oh, on a cross. I bet that'll be pretty. Oh, no, Miss Robin, I'm so sorry. What did I glue on the back of the signs? Cable mounts, Miss Kim. Nope, no tubing today. What do you do with what's left on the wreath of the chenille stem after you cut the stems? I am poking it back down into the mesh. So I cut it off here, just like that. And then I take the part that's sticking up, fold it back into the mesh, and push it down into itself. Hello, Sandy. Thank you, Miss Judy. Hello, Miss Lori. Yes, that's the whole outside done. So that's what we look like with the first layer on. So now we're going to go back in with our mesh again and do the inside layer. So we're going to set these to the side so I don't throw them all over the floor while I'm putting the mesh on. And I throw them on the floor anyways. See, I was trying to be good. Just set that on the side. You're welcome, Miss Jo. 20 inches, Miss Dorothy. Awesome, Miss Robin. I'm so glad to hear that. There's nothing fun about pack pain. Hello, Virginia. Patty, it's cut at 20 inches. 20 inches. There's 12 cuts. And it's done in a simple ruffle. So all we're doing is scrunching it right up the middle. Right up the middle. And then we're going to place that right into our chenille stem. Thank you, Sonia. And then we just twist that around. Give that a couple of good twists. And then we're going to take the right edge and we're going to pull it over the left edge. And fold it back. And again, the right edge over the left edge. And fold it back and make your pancake. It makes it easier when you do it this way, doing the whole outside first and then coming back in and doing the inside. Because then you're not having to lift up this mesh to get your ribbons inside. So it just kind of leaves it a little bit easier to do. Thank you, Miss Sonia. So we're putting curls down. bunch it right up the middle. Trying to stay in the middle as well as possible. Go to our next chenille stem. Put that right in the middle. Twisting it around a couple of times. Grab the right edge over the left edge and folding it back. Right edge over the left edge. Fold that back. And you make your pancake. See, if I hadn't have done those ribbons before, then I'm going to have to be moving this up and out of the way to put my ribbons in. So it just made it just a little bit easier to do it in stages like this. It probably would be better if you could to heat seal these edges when you're doing a pancake. Excuse me. Probably wouldn't have as much frame that showed if you did it with the heat seal. I didn't even think about that. I should have. But I didn't think about it. Next time. It's a 14-inch frame, Miss Patty. In the right side over the left side, folding it back, right side over the left side, folding it back, making your pancake. Yes, it is really stiff, but it's got good coverage, and that's what I was looking for when I chose it, with something that was going to be good coverage for a pancake wreath. Because if you use thin mesh or something that's, you know, like value mesh, then you're going to see right through it to the frame, and we don't want to see the frame when we get done. So that's why I use this one with the wide foil in it. Thought about doing, I don't have it close to me, I have a really pretty pink and green that I was going to do, but I decided the sign was too big. It was a 15-inch sign, so I thought that would be a little bit too big for a pancake. But doing a pancake, you need something that's going to have good coverage for one roll. Nobody wants to see the frame underneath. Thank you, Miss Robin. Yes, wood burning helps the mesh not fray as much. As I said, I probably should have done that. I didn't, but I probably should have. Lesson learned. Just because I don't do lots of these, and so it didn't even cross my mind to do that. All right, ladies, you know what time it is, right? It's that time. What's for dinner? Yep, it is. It's when you get the both on there, it's covering it so you can't see the mesh through it, and then once I get the other ribbons on there, I think it'll be good. Thank you, Miss Kathy. Trying to decide if I want to do, well, probably not tonight. I forgot. I gotta go shopping. I gotta go get my brisket tonight. So we'll probably pick something up tonight. Yes, it is definitely better than retail store. Most definitely, Michelle. You wouldn't be able to do this with the Hobby Lobby Deco Mesh. Now you could with like the soft poly burlap that you could buy there, but you can't with their Deco Mesh because it is way too thin for that. Baked pork chop with squash. You're welcome, Miss Robin. All of my frames that I use 99% of the time is going to be a Dollar Tree frame. Whether it's the 18-inch, the 14-inch, the bicycle frame, they're all Dollar Tree frames. No squash, Miss Ebony, no squash. But baked pork chops, that sounds yummy. Pizza Hut, there you go, Sherry. Has a pony club meeting there. Aww, that'll be fun. Daughter's trying to fix dinner, so you don't know. There you go, Miss Susan. Me too, Miss Cindy is one of my favorite. What are you chicken about, Miss Tina? Bark, bark, you chicken. Just kidding. How are you fixing your chicken tonight? Just chicken doesn't tell me nothing. It just says chicken. How are you fixing that chicken? Are you Instapotting it? Are you crock potting it? Are you baking it? And where do I buy my mesh? Miss Patty, I buy it online from either thewreathshop.com or craftoutlet.com. Those are my two favorite go-to places to buy it. You can also buy good mesh at decoexchange.com, wreathsupplyoutlet.com, oitc.shop.com. No, oitc.shop, not .com. oitc.shop. Mr. Allen's got some good mesh over there. They get it from their local craft store, which is the same stuff that you can get from Damon or any place like that. But the Wreath Shop and Craft Outlet are my two go-to. What is the size? What size was the mesh? 20 inches, Patricia. Where you at, Miss Robin? Where you live at? Where you live at? Let's see if we can find you a buddy. I have found a few buddies on here that live pretty close around to me. And it's a way better deal. Yes, it is. Because you can get it at Hobby Lobby at 50% off. So you're paying $4 to $5 for a roll of mesh at Hobby Lobby. Michael's, I don't think, ever puts theirs on sale. My Michael's never puts theirs on sale anymore. And Joann's is just awful. You don't even want to deal with Joann's. And Dollar Tree is not a recommendation. Some people love it. I do not recommend it. But at the Wreath Shop or at Craft Outlet, you're spending the same $3.95 to $5 for, like this turquoise mesh is $4.95 there. Thank you, Miss Beth, for that affiliate link. Ken's in Lansing, Michigan. Robinson, Cincinnati, Ohio. Kelly's in Rosebush, Michigan. Does anybody live close to Wichita Falls? I'm not close. Does anybody else live close to Cincinnati, Ohio? Be a craft buddy with Miss Susan. Miss Susan needs a craft buddy. In Amelia, Ohio. Isn't there a craft warehouse in Dallas? I don't know. Maybe. I don't drive to Dallas. Pam! Is there a craft store in Dallas that sells good crafts? Michelle's in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And you have friends coming over for crafting and snack. Awesome. Holly's in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Only we have been able to use the dollar store cotton as like a bubble method. Yeah. And then by the time you use multiple rows at the dollar store, you would have been better off buying from Craft Outlet. Googling it right now. All right. Yadnickville, North Carolina. Where's Miss Beth? Where are you at? You know where Yadnickville, Carolina? North Carolina. I know Miss Beth's in North Carolina. Pennsylvania, Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Kelly needs a crafting buddy too. Did I put that? I'll just put that in upside down. I would love to have friends to come over and start crafting. That would be a good idea, Miss Robin. 13 inches, Miss Helen. North Carolina. The one I'm using today, Sarah, come from thewreathshop.com. Craftoutlet.com also carries them. I also buy signs from Miss Tina over at Out in the Country, blanksandmore.com. You can use your discount code CHARMS there for 15% off. I buy signs from Created by Mama on Etsy, and you have a discount code with her. Also, it's Mama10 for 10% off your order. Those are my go-to places that I buy my signs and that you will see me using most often. The one I got today came from a D-stash, but if I try not to use MDF signs, I like the metal signs better. But when you got them, you use them, right? So I just want some friends. I'm your friend, Miss Stacy. I'll be your friend. Yes, 13 inches, Miss Patty. Well, I am in Haltom City, Texas, which is right outside of Fort Worth. My kids would argue with that, Miss Robin. I think they would have different things to say. Right, Matthew? Let's see if he's still on here, if he's taking his nap. He comes home and takes a nap after football. I can't say that I blame you. There are several. We'll have to check them out. Well, yeah, Miss Pam, you need to spill the deets here and let me know if it's worth making Big Daddy drive me out there. Because I'd definitely have to have him drive me out there. I sure am not driving to Dallas. No, no thank you. Someone to go to lunch with, or shipping, or shopping, or swimming. Well, you just moved there, Miss Stacy. Could you use a 10-inch round metal sign on that wreath? Absolutely, you could, Susan. Let me grab you one and I'll show you. So this is a 10-inch metal sign, and you could put that right in the middle. You could put it over to the sides. You could put it up top and put a bow at the bottom. And or you could put it just right in the middle. You absolutely could. Good afternoon, Miss Jenny. You'll be in Dallas for 2 weeks in July. You'd come get me? Well, somebody'd have to, because I wouldn't drive to Dallas by myself, that's for sure. Well, come on, Miss Becky. It's only 11 hours. I'll be driving 11 hours at the 1st of August to go see Miss Tina. So you can drive 11 hours, come see me. It's difficult to make new friends when you grow older. I agree, Miss Beth. 11.75. Well, let me grab one and we'll check it out. You couldn't have told us that while I was over here grabbing the other sign, could you? No. You had to ask me after I came back and sat back down. Nope, 11.75 will not be too big, Miss Kim. You're welcome, Miss Susan. It came from the God one came from created by Mama on Etsy. Oh no, Sharon, that's not good. Hello, Maria. She lives in Alabama, close to Montgomery, Alabama. That's where we're going to go for the meet and greet. So the 11.75 would be fine. Oh, you did? That's okay. I forgive you then. If I was already up. Hello, Phyllis. So if you live close to Montgomery, Alabama, on August 6th, Miss Tina with Out in the Country is hosting a meet and greet at CAFCO, which is their local craft store. So we will be there all day long. It was a 10-inch round, Miss Maria. Stop kicking. That's funny, Miss Cindy. I'm not kicking her, that's for sure. Can't blame me. Wasn't me. You checked out Crap Outlet. I could not work there. Yes. Me too, Miss Grace. I'm glad the Reese shop's not open to the public, because that's here in Texas with me. Like in McKinney, I don't think it's like that far from me, but that would be one place that I would actually drive if it was open to the public. I would be in serious danger. Serious danger. I hope so, Miss Jenny. And I bet we will have an awesome time. It's going to be 11 for us, plus stopping to eat and potty and all that good stuff. So probably a good 12-hour drive. Hello, Miss Bonnie. It's like a wire cutter. It's just shaped funky. They're 13 inches, Miss Sylvia. And we're going to glue our cable mounts down, just to give it a little extra hold. That's what I told Big Daddy Maureen, that we needed to rent some kind of big luxurious for the trip, and he says, not with these gas prices, we're not. If we rent anything, it'll be something small, compact economy for better gas prices. Like, why did you have to be so, why you gotta be smart about those things? I wanted something, you know, cool, luxurious, you know, getting a trip. No, because both of our vehicles are not gas friendly. Mine's better than his is. His is definitely not gas friendly. So we're gonna make us a bow. The zip tie thingy. Let's see. We'll just put it around this one. Oh, look, probably could just use one of these I have on here, right? It's a cool little bitty one, Miss Helen. I mean, it's a little nifty, handy dandy one. It will be fun, Miss Nancy. I cannot wait. All right, so to demonstrate my zip tie cutter, you'll just take the end. There's a slit in this side because this is your actual cutter. And then this is our puller. So you just put your end right in there, all the way down. And then this tightens it. See? That one tightens it. And then you just fold it down on the bottom, and that cuts it. Don't need tubing on this one, Miss Stacy. Yes, this is a Mel wreath, Miss Evelyn. She does the pancake wreath. Oh, you will be addicted to Craft Outlet, Miss Grace. This is the No Easy, K-N-O-W-E-A-S-Y. I'm not going by myself either, Miss Kathy. Big Daddy's going to go, and he's going to do the driving. Oh, yeah, scissors do cut them. This is just a kind of neat little handy-dandy little toy that you don't have to tighten them tight with your hands. I mean, you could use wire cutters. You could use scissors. Miss Beth was just awesome enough to get to me this. So I absolutely love it. And it's really nice to use when you're doing like those big petals. K-N-O-W-E-A-S-Y, Michelle. Let me type that in the chat for you. And you can get it on Amazon. Grab another roll of my flip-flop ribbon, because that's not going to be enough for my bow. Well, we will definitely go live here from my page when we go, because we're going to spend all day at Capco. You want me to make you a flower, Evelyn? What kind of flower you want? You always some excuse. I think this is a one-sided friendship, Miss Tina. You're always leaving me. You're welcome, Michelle. Traveling by yourself would be a bummer. Yeah, that would not be fun. Especially since we're planning on leaving like at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So that we can get there at a decent time to actually see people. And visit with Miss Tina and Mr. Allen. So I want to sleep while Big Daddy drives. Hello, Miss Kim. It's all right, Miss Kathy. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, that is definitely not enough. So we're going to use this yellow. It's an 11-hour drive, it says, Miss Linda. Big Daddy says it'll be more like 12 because as many times as I'll have to stop and potty. You blaming it on me. Because I have to have something to drink constantly. So we're not going to need a very long tail. So we're going to do an 8-inch tail. So Miss Tina is offering kits for that meet and greet. So if you're going, you can get a kit and make a wreath, everybody all together. Or if you're going to watch the live and want to get a kit, you can purchase one with shipping and then she will ship you the kit. So if you're interested in that, that is over at oitc.shop. $23 hours away. Woo! That's a pretty good distance. At least I'm not that far away. Hobby Lobby is not just when I have to. I like the jute mesh from Hobby Lobby. I really do. The one with the little snowball drifts and the plain jute. I like the jute mesh. Hello, Deanna. Welcome in. So she has two kits. Back to that. The kits on her shop. One is with shipping. So if you don't know if you're going to be able to make it or just want to make the kit along with us, you can grab that kit there. Or one without shipping that you can pick up at Capco for the meet and greet. That's not too far, Miss Donna. When I drive to Dallas, I don't even drink coffee. You drive 2 hours straight. That would work. Thank you, Miss Kathy. You get blamed for all the stops. Yeah, he does. He blames me for it. I guess I can take it. I guess. So this one needs to go. This way. We're going to have to work this one in backwards because of it being the one directional ribbon. So we're going to do it this way. So that way our flip-flops are the right way in our bow. So we definitely want them to be the right way. The pink polka dot, yes, it's from my stash too, Miss Dorothy. That one is the sale place, so I'm not sure where that's at. See, I like to drive, Miss Donna. I don't mind driving at all. Well, that was fun. But that one all in backwards, that must be how you left-handers go, right? I had to do that sideways. what are we gonna put in it now? You just checked it would be 10 hours for me from where you live. That would be awesome, Miss Kim. We would love to see and meet everybody. That would be so cool. So Big Daddy and I have never done a trip by ourselves. Ever. Ever. In the 25 years we have been together, we have never done anything by ourselves. It's always been with the children. Always. So I am really, really looking forward to that. Yeah, I could see that, Miss Donna. Hello, Roxana. No, I'm seriously, we have never been anywhere without kids. Because when him and I started dating, he had a 2-year-old. So he came with the bonus kiddo. So we've always had a kiddo. So any kind of trip or anything we did was always with the kiddo. So this will be the first time ever. You could ask my sister or granddaughter. Well, why not? Maybe they would like a road trip. And all they can do is say no, Miss Cindy. So you might as well ask. Right? I said the sake place? I know, right? It is time, Miss Susan. Married 16 years and we've always had our sidekick with us. She's our little lovey, so we don't mind. Right, Miss Sherry? That's what I said. Well, we've always had it. And anytime we did any kind of trip, it was always with him. And then we had our own, so we always had them. So I am absolutely excited about doing a trip with just him and I. Kiddos are going to stay home, take care of the doggies. They are old enough. One's 21 and one's 16. They will both have their driver's license. Well, the 16-year-old will have his permit by then. He won't have his license, but he will have his permit. So I am excited. You buy some black stars and gold stars. Easter color balls. Awesome, Miss Bonnie. Yeah, send me a picture. Sell place. Oh, the sell place. Okay, I got you. And it's a Dallas, a local. Miss Pam, look that up. A sell place. You would love a long drive by yourself? 24 hours and 15 minutes. You can do it, Miss Janet. School starts August 8th. I cannot believe your school starts so soon, Miss Nancy. Well, hopefully she will. That would be awesome, Miss Nancy. And just meet up with our caravan. Our school starts August 17th. And yeah, I saw that, Miss Bonnie. The sale place looks huge. They're in Box Springs. Well, I don't know about how romantical, because 11 hours on the road each way. And then we'll be at Miss Tina's house hanging out with them. But it will be fun. Your school goes back August the 10th. Can't drive at night. That's why Big Daddy's driving this jet. I have to plan a date. Yes. Where is it at? It is at Cafco in Montgomery, Alabama, Michelle. So Google Maps says it'll be 11 hours and change from us here in Fort Worth. But Big Daddy didn't drive the speed limit either. So it won't take him quite that. But you throw in my potty breaks, it might take that. We'll have to see if he can break the Google record. You're starting early. You are starting early. As assistant principal, she goes back in like 2 weeks. Now, I can see that because they have to start planning for the students. But for students to start back the 1st of August, that's early. I'm looking at it now, a place to get in trouble at. Well, it'll have to be after my Alabama trip because that's gonna give me a big enough trouble as it is. I'm saving up for that one. And there's our cute little bow. Look how cute that is. Hello, Big Daddy. You're late. It's 3:10. They have a place for us to go in Box Springs, Big Daddy. PJ, you live 40 minutes away, then I hope you can come. That would be a lot of fun. 23 hours, Michelle. You got this. If you're talking about Box Springs, it is right off the highway and it is big. Yep, that's what she's talking about. So you've been there, Miss Connie? How far is it? Okay, well, you don't need to be late. A big, huge craft store, Big Daddy. They say, it's huge. Our children don't break until the 22nd of July. And then go back September 5th. Wow, that's late, Sharon. Ours was out the end of May. It's August, not so tough. There you go. Yes, Big Daddy. A huge, huge craft store. It will be 25 hours for me. Well, you just leave on a Thursday, Miss Nancy. Drive halfway and finish off on Friday. And then spend the night when you get there on Friday. And we're going to have a big party at Tina's house. Mr. Allen's going to cook lots and lots of food. And we're just going to have this big bonfire at Tina's house. And I don't know if Tina knows it, but just 9 hours. That's not bad, Beth. 9 hours. Not as far as it is for me. Pam, you getting too excited. Exactly. Exactly. This is 1 day, 6 hours. Make sure it's on drive and not bicycle. I did that in the first, Lisa, and it told me it was that same thing, and then it was like on a foot traffic or bicycle or, hey, it's never too hot for a bonfire. Alabama in August, it might be awesome. You never know. Oh, did you hear me, Miss Tina? I was volunteering you and Mr. Allen for this big old party on Friday night. Party at Tina's house. I've never seen a Cavco before, Maureen, ever. All right, so we're going to put our sign on, and the object of putting our sign on is to cover our chenille stems, okay? So we're going to put this sign up here, and then to cover these chenille stems on this side is where our bow. So all your chenille stems are covered, and you're not going to see them. So that's what our point of our sign is. It's very hot in Alabama in August. Shh, PJ, don't tell him. Trying to get a bonfire going. It will be hotter than bad. Or that starts with H. Nancy. You're supposed to be on my side. You're in Los Angeles, California. So, well, yeah, that might be right then. Right? Rosie, party at Tina's house. Tina, gotta watch Mindy. She's volunteering me for stuff I don't even know what she's volunteering me for. She admitted that today, that she's already got me volunteered for stuff, and I don't even know what it is. So, you know what? Turnabout's fair play. She's gonna volunteer me, I'm gonna volunteer her. You are on my side? Yeah. See, I'm hoping to get away from that August heat that's here in Texas. That's what we're hoping to do. What city's the craft store? Montgomery, Alabama, Deanna. Alright, so we're just going to wrap these chenille stems around the closest bracket, just so they don't go anywhere. Yes, it will be my first time to meet her in person. I've seen her many a times on the internet and talked to her lots of times, but I've never met her in person. Voluntold? Yes, Diane, exactly. It's what she does to me. It's a good thing I'm nice. Right, Big Daddy? Aren't I nice? You better say the right answer too, Big Daddy. Just saying. For my sons, I always use wooden signs, and I put a tab of drink cans on the back to hook my pipe cleaner. That's a good idea, Patricia. See, that's what I said. You're welcome, Deanna. That's what I thought you would say, Big Daddy. I knew you would say I was nice. I've got a ton of Coke tabs around here, that's for sure. I want to start saving Coke tins. How about that, Big Daddy, when you start saving Coke tins? So about right there is the middle, so that's where we're going to put our hanger. Whew, all of a sudden I just got really hot. Ugh. So what you doing this afternoon, Big Daddy? Are you working hard or hardly working? You still riding around thinking you were working hard? Or trying to act like you were working hard? Trying to play like you look like you're working hard. You should save the tabs. Michael makes about $100 a year off his. Really? As much soda cans as we go through? I don't even know if we could turn ours in. Where does he turn them into? So we got our sign on. Let's fix our ribbons. And now we're going to put our bow right in the middle so that our loops cover the other chenille stems. Takes them to a recycling center. Thank you, Miss Joni. Thank you, Linda. Do you only spray that Rust-Oleum on the sides of the ribbons also? Both, Maureen. I just spray the whole thing down. It says that store is 20,000 square feet. Whoo! Yeah, that could be a get in trouble type of store. Thank you, Miss Kathy. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you, Miss Faye. So we're just going to wrap that around the nearest bracket in the back just to keep our bow from moving. We got our tails and our loops. Swap our tails out over here. That goes that way. And that way. And that way. And see how nice and flat that is? So this is why it's called a pancake wreath. Yes, ma'am, it is for sale, Miss Rosie. No broken bow, Miss Becky. No, no broken bows. But see how flat that is? It is perfect to fit between a storm door and a regular door. Because even your bow, when you put your bow on there, that it's not that thick. So there you go. Aw, thank you, Miss Beth. The sale place, Rosie. Thank you, Maureen. Thanks, Angela. Yeah, it is definitely for sale. It definitely sounds like a place I need to go check out, Miss Dorothy. Thank you, Nancy. Thanks, Roxana. Thank you, Miss Edna. Can you stand it up so I can screenshot it? Absolutely. Thank you, Miss Jackie. Miss Jackie, how's the hubby doing? Thanks, Kathy. This would be great for your camper door, Miss Stacy. Ooh, the reshop has 20% off until July 5th. Woohoo! Then you ladies in my subscriber group need to go answer my question so I can get those rail forms ordered if that's what we want to go. Doesn't it scream summer, Miss Pam? Thank you, Miss Grace. Thank you, Evelyn. Thank you, Linda. Yay, Jackie. I'm awesome. Thank you, Sarah. What is the name of my bow maker? It is the Deluxe Easy Bow Maker. Just got the text. Whoop, whoop. Awesome. You're welcome, Janice. Looking at the photos online, has a ribbon known for stuff for moms. Oh, Oh, moms, huh? You know what? Maybe I have heard of it then in one of my homecoming groups. There's a doctor's office that takes tabs, and when they get enough, a little child gets that's awesome, Timona. They should have started this sooner. Well, I'm glad it's finally being done and he's getting some relief. Thanks, Janice. You're easy to please, whoever the group goes for. That's not an answer, Miss Pam. I didn't ask for a yes or no. I asked for A or B. The sale place is what they're looking at in Box Springs, Texas, Rosie. Thank you, Kim. All right, Miss Janice, I will definitely take a look at it when we get off this live here. That is where you shop for moms. I think, now that you say that, that I have heard of it from my homecoming groups. You can't do a little bit of both, Pam. You have to put one or the other. Can't do both. Thank you, Tamez. Or Maria. Thank you, Maria. And so if you're in my supporter group for next month's kit, go check out my latest post on the frame that we want to do our fall rail and answer that question. Thank you, Miss Beth, for the affiliate. Yeah, she's that affiliate if you will. Thank you, Timona. If you're going to go shopping with their 20% off, use that link, and that way they let them know I sent you over, and I will get bonuses. No, rail doesn't work either, Pam. Wood, wire, wood or wire. That's what you need to say. Wood rail, wire rail. Not rail, because they're both rails. Wire. Okay, thank you. All right, Miss Jo, have a wonderfully blessed evening. Good night, Miss Sharon. We will see y'all tomorrow. Can I tell you more about my subscriber group, Maureen? Yes, it is $4.99 a month. We meet on Thursday nights, and we do a Google Meets, which is a program kind of like a Zoom meeting. It's the same type, but it's with Google. You have to download a free app, and we actually can speak and talk to each other face to face, and not like a one-sided conversation, kind of like here where you type and I answer. You too, Miss Linda. Have a wonderful evening. Maria, they were cut at 20 inches, and the ribbons were cut at 13 inches. So we can, like I said, so we can actually, talk, actually hold a two-sided conversation while we're talking to each other. But like this week, we're doing a kit. So I sell kits in there once a month, and the ladies in the subscriber group actually pick what they're doing for the next month. So week before last, they picked that they want to do a fall swag for next month's kit. But this month's kit, we're doing a multi-use wooden rail that Miss Tina sells. And we will do it step by step. Everybody does it at the same time. Whether you bought the kit, whether you have your own supplies, whether you're using a yardstick, you don't have to buy the kits. But if you want to, they are offered there also. But we are walking hand in hand and making these kits. And so everybody makes it together. And if anybody has any questions or anything like that, we are right there to answer those questions. And we don't leave anybody behind. We will take as long as we need. Good night, Miss Kim. We've had a 3-hour Google Meet session before. They are recorded. I do post them the next day for anybody that wasn't able to join, so they can go back and watch. Last week we did petals. So if you watched Miss Tina this morning, she showed you how to do folded petals. And that's what we did last week, is we had Miss Kim, one of my subscribers, show us how to do different petals. to make flower wreaths with. We've done different meshes and the way to fold different meshes from the 21 inch to a 10 inch, 21 inch on how to use both of them. We've done that before. We just sit and chit chat some weeks. Some weeks we don't do anything. We just sit and chat. But answer questions. If anybody has any questions on wreaths they're working on, they can show me. I can walk them through it. We can answer questions. And like I was saying, sometimes we just sit and chit chat. I think it's called The Sell Place. .com. I think that's it, Miss Rosie. Maybe thesellplace.com. All right, Miss Sherry. We hope you will be there. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. for a subscriber meeting. Tomorrow night. Be blessed, Miss Sherry. So we have a lot of fun. We're gaining a lot of friendships. We're very supportive of each other. And that's the best part. Yes, ma'am, Miss Pam. You're welcome, Miss Rosie. We will see you tomorrow at 1:30 and at 8 o'clock tomorrow, Miss Pam. All right, Miss Janice, have a wonderful evening. Oh, Sell Place. Bye, Miss Dorothy. It is fun, Maureen. We really have a good time in there. And it's always at least 2 hours, at least. You too, Miss Beth. We will see you tomorrow at 1:30. Have a lovely evening. And yes, Miss Tina is there. If she doesn't bail out on us. You too, Miss Judy. Have a wonderful evening. Be blessed. Tina likes to bail out on us sometimes too. So you can't always count on her to be there. Just saying. She'll be there for a few minutes. She may stay the whole time. You never know. Good night, Miss Connie. Have a wonderful evening. All right, we have any more questions? We were actually done early today. Yes, ma'am, Miss Joni. We will see you tomorrow. Have a blessed evening. So this one definitely doesn't take as long as the 18 inch. It's a faster project. We had time to chit chat. All right, no more questions? All right, ladies, we are going to hop off of here. We will see y'all tomorrow. Oh, definitely go watch it, Miss Dorothy. She did super, super cute on them lily petals. She did awesome. And it was an adorable butterfly, too. All right, everybody be blessed. Thank you, Miss Cindy. We will see y'all tomorrow at 1:30 Central Standard Time. Have an absolutely wonderful evening. Enjoy your cool weather if you have cool weather. And if you have hot weather, please stay safe. We will see y'all later. Thanks again. Bye-bye.